Hello, this is Ruben Lowing. It is Thursday night. I'm about to do my um, chest workout at Planet Fitness here in McAllen. I heard a training today, and it was a webcast, and the guy training was basically telling everybody why they weren't going to be successful. And the whole time I'm listening to this, I'm going, where he was an engineer, right? He used to be an engineer. And what where does this what kind of leadership is this, right? And so as I'm listening, I started thinking about the good leaders that I had in my life. Like my track coach, Rick Swanson. He was good. He could get me to perform, and he did. And and conform. Okay, and he never said a harsh word. He would put the shun on you if you weren't doing what he expected, right? And then there was, you know, company commanders in boot camp. That was a joke compared to, what I was living with at home with my stepdad, right? But then Roy Jones Sr. And Roy Jones Sr. was harsh, but he got me to perform. He got me to do things beyond what I could have imagined. Okay, that I could have ever done on my own. And then the instructors in SEAL training, right? And then Rich Malloy, I'm giving you a shout out, man. You were a good leader. You he's a former Marine, had a MBA, and he was my first manager at Genesis Financial, right? And had a good attitude all the time, smiling most of the time. He he knew how to identify the niches with the products, which is something you know I still do this day. But what I noticed, it was never really the commanding officer or the coach or the trainer that really got the most out of me. It was my fellow boat crew members and classmates in SEAL training. It was the other runners on the cross country team, the other sparring partners in the gym that'd been there longer. It was we formed a cohesive bond and information sharing to help bring everybody up. It was like the instructor or the I saw this at SEAL Team 1, um, and SEAL Team 4 too, with Master Chief Keith, Tom Keith, and then at SEAL Team 1 with Billy Staff. He got the whole class, STT class. They were a big class, like 40 guys, and they were starting to and I was the senior petty officer, and they started to click up. They started to you know uh, have different little factions, right? And then but Billy Staff came in, boy, and he wasn't playing. And everybody bonded as a unified force to deal with him. And I said, I said, that was amazing, right? I saw what you were doing. That was, and he didn't know what to think, right? He didn't know what to think. But same thing happened in the gym with Roy Jones Sr. Um, and I'm seeing it happen right now with the office in Edinburgh. Guys that aren't affiliated in the same hierarchy are all helping each other and working together and communicating with each other, and they're not there's the separation of hierarchies is not a factor anymore, and it's kind of exciting. It's neat to see. Okay, and it's that iron sharpening iron. It's pretty cool. It's really cool. There was that going on at Center Church with the elders when the head pastor left. Pastor Steve left, and then they all were acting kind of like a panel of subject matter experts. That's what they were, and it was kind of cool for a while. How they were working with each other. It was pretty awesome, actually. But that tells me that the coach or the MIC, the man in charge, can give the team a goal. All right. Get them to focus on a goal. But it's the team that gets everybody there. The leaders in the team emerge and bring the flock to the pasture, right? That's a kind of interesting analogy, but I'm seeing it happen with the WSB office here in Edinburgh, and it's like a recent development, and I dig it. All right, have a good night.